Hey, everybody. Hey, welcome, welcome, welcome. I am so excited to see some of you all today. Come on inside of the room, share it. Let's get our 10-minute powwow on. In case you've never met me, I am Lolita E. Walker. I am a certified life leadership and executive coach. I'm also a power speaker. I'm also the owner of Walker and Walker Enterprises, which is a personal and professional coaching and consultancy. On Tuesdays and Wednesdays, I come live right here. We are on Facebook in my private community, Coaching Cocktails and Conversations. Come on over because we have some juicy conversations right after as well. LinkedIn family, hello. And also, hey, YouTubers, we are doing amazing things. So let's get all the way into it. Guess what we're talking about today? Today, we are talking about the beauty in the blend. Is there beauty in the blend? I don't know. Let's get it started. It's a 10-minute power powwow hosted by Lolita E. Walker. Come on into the room and grab a little bit of coaching, cocktails, and conversations. Yes, coaching is where I leave you with a couple nuggets just to challenge your thinking. Cocktails is where I celebrate the greatness of who you are when you show up right here. And in conversations is what we are about to do for the next 10 minutes. Grab a friend, share it out because it's about to go down. Are you ready for a little bit of motivation? Are you ready to increase your clarity, increase your confidence, and then walk with a new type of commitment? You are in the right place. Come on in. This is Lolita E. Walker of LolitaWalker.com. Let's go. Hey, you guys. Oh my gosh. Hey, Jackie, front and center, front of the class. I love it. Yes, yes. And oh my gosh. Hey, Brenda. Brenda is live from California. Brenda, guess what? Do you live near LA? I am coming to LA, Brenda. I would love to see you. Good morning, Mary Kim. I am going to have a book signing right there in West Hollywood at the Barnes and Nobles, the Grove. Okay. Do you live nearby? Because I would absolutely love to see you. Can we talk? Letters and poems to reclaim a bolder you. I'm going to be doing a poetry read. It's going to be so much fun. So make sure you are there between 1 and 3 p.m. I will post that again. It is on my LinkedIn. I think it's inside of my Facebook group, all of the things. I'm just too pumped to see you all. Hey, Mary Kim. And yes, yes, thank you for your always support. Listen, you guys, we're just going to dive right in. You know, we only have 10 minutes together and I've already used 3 of them. This week, we are talking about the power in the blend. There's beauty in the blend. And sometimes when we think about blending things, when we think about blending people, when we think about blending places and things and all of the things, right? We get a little nervous about it. It's out of our comfort zone. So this week, we're talking about the beauty in the blend. And specifically, I'm going to be talking about leadership and I'm going to be talking about self worth. So, self worth, the topic of self worth, came out of my Facebook group. Someone asked, like, hey, let's talk about self worth. Or was it might have been, yeah, I think that was in a Facebook group. Let's talk about self-worth. Might have been LinkedIn. I can't really remember. But the other one was really about leadership and taking these steps in leadership. And that came out of a coaching client that I had. So I want to blend the two. That's what we're doing. Brenda said, awesome. Yes, send me the information. I surely will, Brenda. I surely will. You know what? I'll put it in this stream right here. So after we finish on LinkedIn, I'll stick it in here. I would love, love, love to see you. Okay. Here's the juiciness of it all. When you guys think about the word blend, what do you think about? BLEND. When you think about blend, what do you think about? The first thing that I think about when I think about the word blend is a blender. Really. It is that all of the things you put in all of these individual aspects and then it comes out to be a whole. Today, I want to tap into you. So Tuesday and Wednesday, you have a 10-minute power powwow. Wherever you're listening to this, that's where you get just a bit of power to power your day. Challenge your thinking, celebrate the greatness of who you are, and then have some juicy conversations. Yes, yes, and yes. Today, I'm going to give you that. That's Tuesdays and Wednesdays on the platform where you're watching me now. Then on Thursdays, I come back at 7:30 a.m. and we do 30 minutes to kind of round out what we've been talking about for the last 2 days. And then that's in front of a larger audience and you can hear them actually pipe in. Although I listened to it last week, you guys, and the folks were a little low. So I have to figure that out so that across Facebook, LinkedIn, and YouTube that you're able to hear the folks that are live in Clubhouse. So I'll figure that out for this week, Thursday. And then on Monday and Friday, listen to the Coaching Cocktails and Conversations podcast. There's a podcast out there. Some of you all didn't know that. Yes, there's juiciness out there to power you every single day. Okay. And then on Saturday, 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I go live in Clubhouse for 60 minutes of pure power. It's always awesome. But now I've decided that I'll pipe that into my Facebook community as well. So you guys get an extra set of power just in case you're not on a Clubhouse app and have no desire to get on. You are missing a couple things because I personally love it and have met some of the coolest people in the whole wide world. But this today is really on blending, about blending. And I want to talk to you about leadership. So if you were to describe your leadership style, what would it be? What would it be? Throw it in the comments if you are thinking about this. If you have an idea on what is your leadership style. So if I was to say a leadership style in 3 words, let's just do that. What is your leadership style in 3 words? My leadership style, I haven't thought about this before I came on. I should have, but I didn't. I would say my leadership style is direct, collaborative, and and information packed. That's a hyphen, so I feel like that's like one word. I would love to hear what you guys say. And the reason for that is, of course, we're going to build that over the course of this week all the way up until Saturday. We'll have a grand finale on Saturday talking about leadership and self-worth and how we blend that together. But every time we talk, it builds upon each other. So today's power is really talking about what is your leadership style in 3 words. How would you describe that? Okay. And then I love this. Mary Kim said detailed, direct, and supportive. Ooh, that's good. So the soul work for today is this. Whatever your 3 words are, detailed, direct, and supportive, is how can you blend them together so that they're working as a collective? It's not always easy. Sometimes when you're being direct, it might come across as you're not being supportive, right? Sometimes when you're being very detailed, it might be to some folks that it's micromanagement, but might not be supportive. So the soul work, and you don't have to say it here unless you really want to, is the blend, right? This week we're talking about there's beauty in the blend. There is beauty in the blend of Mary Kim blending all of her leadership to now come as a whole person, right? To be able to, I like to call it the lead ladder. I have a podcast episode, which I'll put here, about the lead ladder and stepping up that L, that E, that A, that D, and then as a comprehensive or a collective, how you can show up in all of that leadership. This week we're talking about there's beauty in the blend, and today's soul work is in 3 words. What is your leadership style? I love it. Thanks, Mary Kim, for being the first. I love it. The next is Brenda said, I am servant, collaborative, and an innovator. Yes. I am servant, I am collaborative, and I am innovation. I'm gonna make that up. Like I am an innovator, maybe of creative things, of thinking out of the box. Y'all, guess what? Let's talk about wins. I can't wait. This week, I think it's this week, second and fourth Thursday. So the coaching group, I'm going to talk to you guys about that. You all who are in my group coaching program. This week, my win is that I started my first PhD class. Oh my gosh, online. It's a lot of work already, but I had so much fun. It's a summer class because I'll be teaching at Morgan State University. For all of you all who didn't know, it's part of my teacher's apprenticeship for my PhD that I start in the fall. And it's a lot of work already. I was like, but it's so much fun. And that was very collaborative. I thought about that because I have to blend my leadership styles into also leading from the back and recognizing that I'm a forever student. So let me lean in and listen. And it was just so good and collaborative. But I thought about that because Brenda said an innovator. And I said a comment about being innovative and thinking out of the box when we're teaching our students. And a woman said, oh, can you tell me more about what you were saying? So I cannot wait to do all of the things. All right. Then Mary Kim said, I never thought of it. It's the first that came to my head. I love that. Yeah, detailed, direct, and supportive. But sometimes the first things that come to our head are the realities of how we show up. And then what do I always tell you guys? Ask someone. Oh, it's 10:10, you guys, but I'll get through the rest of this. I missed the start. Sounds juicy. Hey, Naomi from Australia. Yes, you got to go back and listen to the replay. I've had all of those mistakes. Oh, yeah, the ones that I said about the detail. I know. And here's the thing, Mary Kim. Oh my gosh, Mary Kim, I feel like I'm talking directly to you inside of this moment because I am. Here's the thing, you all, I wonder if you agree with me because sometimes people don't agree with me. Just say it's okay, and then we'll have a juicy conversation, right? Mary Kim says she was detailed, direct, and supportive. And then the soul work for today is this blend in the beauty that is within it because sometimes because she has all of these strengths that are hers or how she shows up in her leadership, then the work becomes how do we blend those together and have the beauty such that when we, for ourselves and as we impact, influence and enhance other people. And there are sometimes we got to be careful. How do we do it? The soul work today is what are 3 words that really describe your leadership? I love it. Yay, woohoo, congratulations on my first class. I know. Jackie said, my style, coaching, transformational, and transactional. Ooh, that's so good. One of the things, and this is, we're going to go off into the Facebook group in a minute. And Jackie, I'm going to start with this one here, coaching, transformational, and transactional. This piece on transactional, because I told you guys, I think it was last week that uh I how people define transactional and how people define relational, and how somebody gave me feedback I mean, it was months ago now. But somebody gave me feedback that I was, oh, what's the word that they said? Unapproachable, I think they said. I think that was the word that they used, unapproachable. Anyway, I liken it to telling you guys that not only for being vulnerable and helping you to see different things challenge you differently, but it's also because what they perceived, which is their truth, of being transactional because they wanted to speak to me and I sent them my calendar link, right? It's a good lesson. That's why I talk about it, is that for me, that was relational, right? I can build a relationship with you through this transaction, but they didn't get to the relational part because they want a conversation, which is relational first, then transactional in the future. And so there was a miss in that communication. But for me to get to know you a little bit more, I got to get you on my calendar. And that there inside of that moment feels like, ooh, let's build this relationship. But for her, it felt like it was very transactional. And therefore, she felt that I was unapproachable. And so the reason why I'm telling you all this is because just like I was saying to Mary Kim, for each of our 3, sometimes we got to do the work to blend all of them together so that we could show up as the most amazing leader that we are. Okay, 13 minutes after, Brenda said, part of being an innovator leader is to allow for the team to think if there are other ways we can complete a task. Yes, outside of the normal course of action. It helps enhance their creativity and push their professional boundaries as a team. I love it. I so agree with that, right? Thinking outside of the box and being able to, you know what, too? Being an innovator also requires you. I wonder, do you agree with this? Is to be an innovator, does it require you to also sometimes sit back and listen intently? I would argue yes. Sometimes to be an innovator, you have to listen intently because you are able to pull all the research or all of the things, all of the experiences, all of the gifts from all of the people on your team, as you said, and then be able to leverage that differently. And the how that shows up is the juiciness of the conversation. The how we can do that is what this woman was asking me to give more insight into, which I absolutely can't wait to chat. All right, you guys, all points are valid. I love it. Brenda said yes, yes, yes. Thank you guys for showing up today. If anybody needs this to power their day, please forward it out to them and let them know that guess what? Tomorrow, 10 o'clock a.m. Eastern Standard Time, we will be right here. For all of you all in the Facebook community, can't wait to see you. I'll be right over there in a second. If you're not in the Facebook community, come on over. It's called Coaching, Cocktails, and Conversations with Lolita E. Walker. All right, and I'll chat you guys soon. Brenda said, I love it. Yes, the experiences. I agree. Thank you guys. I appreciate you. For all of you all who are coming over, I'd love to see you. Also, if you're not in my group coaching program, y'all are missing out. It's so much fun, actually, but it's so many lessons learned. And we continue to grow as a community. If you're not in my coming to the weekend renewal retreat, What are you waiting for? This is only a snippet of the action and the transformation that is absolutely happening, hands down and around. If you want to learn more, lolitawalker.com/retreats. I would love to have you. 4 days, all inclusive. You can't miss out. It's like 5 other experts that'll be there. And when I tell you transformation, I go all the way in. You'll shift and turn to a different you. You'll remember your forgotten you. And it's just so super amazing. All right, you guys. See you soon. Facebook, on my way. And that concludes our 10 minutes of pure power. Thank you so much for showing up today for your 10-minute power powwow. Now, whether you were live and added in, whether you were sitting on a corner and just doing a little bit of thinking, whether you are watching the replay, I want to say hello to you and invite you to come right on back. Did you miss it? Well, go ahead and shoot it out to a friend while both of you guys taking all of the action. So what is next? Head on over to lolitawalker.com/coaching cocktails conversations, because what's in it for you? Yes, it's a podcast. Yes, it's a group coaching program. Are you a part of it? Yes, it is a retreat. Are you already signed up to make sure you're pulling out that power? Yes, it's one-on-one coaching. Yes, it's a journal. Yes, coaching cocktails and conversations is a movement. So grab this 10 minutes and let's do something with it. I will see you later. But head on over, lolitawalker.com. This should not be the first time, but even if it is, make sure it's not the last. See you soon.